Hi everyone, I am Lisa and I am here to give a review over the Au Naturel 0.21 pump. First glance, you're obviously going to tell that my pump got very beat up while it was in Chicago at the Postal Service. Customs really had a nice time with it, but this is the box that it comes in. It has their name on the sides, and then of course, a nice little picture of the pump and hands, and then the bottom tells you what all it comes with. You will notice that some of the stickers and labels I've already peeled off. We'll talk about that in a second. But let's talk about what you're going to get in the pump box. When you get your pump, it's going to have the motor, two silicone flange sizes, 24 and 28 millimeter. It comes with two duck bills, one membrane, and then one milk collection cup. It also comes with a charger and a cord. We'll talk about that in a moment. It also claims to come with a carrying bag. I wouldn't know because I didn't get it. I'm assuming Customs had it versus just packaging error, but I'm not quite sure. So, before we move on from the box, I did just want to point out a few different things. As I mentioned earlier, I did take off the labeling. They really kind of slapped together a bunch of different just labels that they printed off to cover up another brand. Basically what happened is this company bought a pump from another manufacturer and then put their names on it and branded it as their own. I'm assuming they will update packaging in the future. I was one of the first ones to get it, so hopefully this will not be forever, but for right now it is. Currently they're using it to cover it up and they're stating an extra hand to help free up yours. And then on the bottom, you know, they have their name and their company and all of that. So, that is the box. That's what comes in the box. Now let's dive into the pump. So, here is the pump. And for reference, it's a decent good size. It can hold 5 ounces in the milk collection cup. And the motor is extremely small. So, by far the smallest motor so far we have seen on one of these wearable pumps. I would consider this a higher quality Mom Cozy pump. It is trying to market and advertise as an Elvie and Willow competitor, but I'm not quite sure that they hold up. I would say that it probably has the potential to be better than Elvie, but we'll dig into that more in a bit. So when it comes to parts, as we already mentioned, this is your motor or your hub. I have my 24 on. I don't use the 28, but you have a 24 millimeter silicone flange. Inside here is your duck bill. And then you have your membrane here. And then this, of course, is your cup. Putting all of these back together is overall pretty simple. It's not like Mom Cozy where you have to have it exactly the same. Everything does kind of have its own place. It's very simple to just put back on. The biggest struggle would just be making sure that you get that silicone flange completely snapped on. That way you can guarantee there's no leakage. This company claims to have a discreet pumping experience. It's completely fit in your bra, no cords or wires, and they claim that it is leak proof. However, that's not truly accurate. So the problem with that claim is it does have an air valve up here. It's so whenever it is pulling in that suction and releasing, it actually has somewhere to put all of that air. So it comes out here at the top with that circle. That being said, if you go over their 5 ounces that they have marked, the pump will not trigger to turn off or let you know, and it can continue pumping. If you're an oversupplier like myself, then that can be very problematic as that can just spill right out. A concern with that is that their air vent is butted up right next to the motor and it has a gap there. So if you did leak, you have a very high potential of ruining your motor, which nobody wants. Another problem is if you do bend over too far, it will leak that way as well. Charging, you will use a USB charger. They do come with a plug-in wall charger, but of course we won't be using that here in the States because it doesn't convert well. So for us, we use the USB charging cord that they provide. The motor itself has 3 different modes. It has massage, which is also known as stimulation. It has 10 levels of suction. It has expression, which also has 10 levels expression, and then they have a extra mode, which is mixed. This mixed mode offers massage and expression at the same time. All three modes come with 10 suction levels. I doubt you need them. When it comes to actually using this pump, I did not find that it was very discreet. It was actually very obnoxious in my opinion and very loud, especially compared to my Willow Gen 2. The Willow Gen 2, my AC could be going and I won't hear it. Whereas this thing, I can still hear no matter what's going on as far as background noise. Even with my kids, I can still hear it pretty loud. Another downside that I had to this pump was it was extremely painful. So you'll find out that I'm all about sizing for pumps. It is very important, and I am very strict on my sizing. So I don't try anything that is way too large for me because I don't want to risk damage. I tried 4 different sizes with this pump, all the way from exact up to 3 millimeters larger than my exact sizing, and all of them were extremely painful once I used the expression mode. The massage or stimulation mode was completely comfortable and I didn't have any problems with that whatsoever, and I could adjust the level of suction as much as I wanted. I could even go to the top. But as soon as expression kicked over, it was so painful I couldn't do truly more than one. I could go higher, but I'm also not one to try and risk damage, so I didn't. But that is something that I was very surprised by, was just the strength of the discomfort that I had, no matter the proper sizing. I do plan on talking to the company more and trying to see if there's any more that I could do on my end to troubleshoot or try and help, or maybe it's just a faulty motor that I got. But as of right now, that's where things stand. I will of course update you if that changes. Just be aware, even with the proper sizing, that it could be very painful once you hit expression mode. It's something about the way it releases that suction to then pull back that just is extremely uncomfortable. My main pros to this pump is it does hold 5 ounces. It has the nice silicone flange, which everybody is kind of gravitating towards right now, and everybody seems to find them more comfortable. And the motor is very small, so that's very nice. When putting it in your bra, it is not, as discreet. It's still something put in your bra, but for me, it's not a huge deal. My major drawbacks would be that they claim that it's leak proof and it's really not, due to the air vent and that painful suction. I think if that was resolved, then this would actually be a very nice pump for me. But again, when you're in pain, nothing's really going to be okay. Now, to talk about the price. The price of this pump is $226.50 US dollars. That's not including tax. And that is only including one. So everything we discussed that comes in the box, that's all you're getting for that $226. I do have a code. Thankfully, it is 10% off, so it takes off basically $16. I know that any little bit helps. So, especially if you're having to buy 2 of these pumps, you're not necessarily hitting the $500 range like you would with Willow or Elvie, but you're not very far from it. If you do just need one pump though, this is a great option for $226. So I will add a few clips. I was also filming a Willow comparison to this pump. You can check that out. I'll add the link to that. I do have sound comparisons to let you know just how loud this pump really is and is it the right pump for you. This side I have the Willow pump. You can tell that it's definitely something in my bra, so it is pretty large. And then on this side we have the 0.21. Both of them are pretty large and bulky. The Willow does stick out just a hair more, but not a whole lot. I haven't seen myself from the front, so we'll see what this video looks like here in a bit. But there's your comparison. Willow on this side, 0.21 on this side. Now for sound. The Willow pump This is the noise and stimulation. It does get a lot quieter once it goes into expression because it does a lot slower movement. But I'll just let you hear that. Then for the 0.21, so this is the massage setting. This is on level 1 for both of them. This is expression. And then this is the mix blend. So it goes into massage and then stimulation. I mean, massage and then expression. Again, I do have a discount code. I'll make sure to put all of that in the description. And let me know if you have any other questions. I would be happy to cover them. I know it's a new pump and everybody always wants their hands on it, but you might be a little leery just because nobody really has a review. I hope this helps you out. If there's any type of content that is mom, baby, or family related, please let me know in the comments and I'll see if I can help you out.